Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn and my grandma and her windy hair. And Abby! We are all in flannel. Grandma, welcome to Las Vegas and welcome back to my channel.
Well, thank you for having me.
And we are so excited to bring you guys another Come With Me. Now this is the most popular Come With Me episode location that we've ever done on my channel. So I wanted to come back to my neighborhood garden center. This is the closest one to my mom's house in Las Vegas. We just got done with church and brunch at our restaurant and we all switched it up to flannel because today is the first day that's ever chilly.
Yeah, for sure.
For Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been really hot until today. So it's officially flannel season, Grandma. We all got flannel, including Abby. And we're just gonna go ahead and walk around. If you guys enjoy these type of videos, please let us know in the comments below because these are definitely one of my favorite series to do for the channel. So let's go ahead and start with the outside, which is probably one of my favorite parts. Right. So here we are in the outside part of the garden center. And it's so interesting to see different garden centers in different cities. And my grandma and I haven't been to this one since the last time we filmed for my channel. So
April, March,
yeah,
April.
it's been a good minute since we've been here. So let's go ahead and see what they have. And I always love telling you guys prices so you guys can have something to go off of when you do your plant shopping in your city. So this is $17, which is pretty reasonable for something like this. So it looks like all of these are $17. And I actually have this guy here in my collection. Smaller guys here go for $6.98. This is fairly reasonable for this size here. And does that include this guy here too as well? Also for $6.98. So all of this is all for $6.98, which I think is very reasonable. $7 for any of these. Especially like those big guys here. It is so cold and windy. Grandma, how does it feel to be back in Las Vegas? You came after...
Something different.
You came back when the heat left us. You came the right time.
Yes.
Oh, this is $8 right here. I love how they have it labeled as a succulent. Look at these guys, Grandma. It's like dark maroon spots on it. So these go for $7, which I think is really reasonable. All right, are you ready to go inside, Grandma, to see what they have? Haven't been here since my grandma and I been here last, so excited to check it out and see what they have. And here we are. Here is a quick little overview. Doesn't look as lush. Well, last time we visited here, I did a little overview of this section.
Real, right?
They are real,
Except the top one.
except the top flowers, yes, which I talked about last time we were here. I don't like seeing fake flowers or plants painted. I feel like that's plant abuse coming from a plant mom. And then here is what they have on this side. And whoa, this is such a big one here. So this is a split rock, and if you're really, really good, they will bloom and split on you. I don't have any of them. They're like living rocks. That's one thing I don't have in my collection. Split rocks. So they split and they bloom. So these go for about $4 a piece, which is kind of expensive. I've never seen this particular succulent in a maroon color. Interesting. And then we got the bigger guys here. They go for about $4.50. So this section goes for about $5. Here's the $4 section. And then coming down here, we got the $4 section. And then we got the trailing guys here for right under $6. This?
Not the next. Yeah.
I do.
Where?
This is called a watch chain and it's actually on my shelf in an owl planter, a white owl planter. Yep. Very fun plant to have. And then here is the string of bananas here. So they fairly got some decent plants here. And this is actually one of my favorite peperomias here. This is like the first time I see it out for sale besides where I got mine from. And it's a little baby one. And I've seen this guy before. It definitely gives some Halloween vibes here. Silver coral. Doesn't it look like a Halloween succulent, Grandma? Like it got cobwebs on it?
Yeah.
Cute, huh? And then here's an interesting guy here. So this is in the Cressula family. Never seen this guy before. He's very interesting, Grandma.
I know.
Right? That maroon. So these guys go for $4. Any other interesting guys in here that I could pick up? These guys down here go for $10 a piece. Fairly reasonable. I see some interesting guys here. I'm gonna pull it out for you guys. Grandma, these go all for 10 a piece. That's pretty reasonable considering the size. Look at this guy here.
It's the third one.
This one?
No, the third one.
All the way in the back?
Here, right here.
This guy here?
No, yeah.
I actually have him in a smaller size. You'll see it when we go back to my house here. This is a Tanzanian zipper plant. It's a euphorbia plant. But I have one in a smaller size. You'll see, I'll show it to you. But what I'm kind of interested in is this guy right here.
Yeah.
He's super rad. What is he? A euphorbia. Look at that.
Scary.
You could easily like propagate that side right there and give it to a friend. But ow, that just really poked me really hard. But this guy is cool too, Grandma. Look at him. A bigger size here. So I really love this tray right here. I wouldn't pay $10 for this guy or this elephant's bush or this, but definitely like maybe these guys right here might be worth spending that kind of money on. And then you get into the $4 cactus here. And I'm trying to see if there's anything cool that I don't have in my collection. But let's go take a walk to the houseplants. Grandma and Evie in flannel along with me. We're the flannel family today, Grandma. It looks so like empty compared to the last time we were here. All right, here's another succulent cactus section here. So we get into the planters here. This goes for $10. This goes for $13. They all look glued in. $3 babies and $10 babies, along with more arranged glued in babies. All right, Grandma, we're in probably one of my favorite sections here. Grandma and Evie surrounded by green. So let's check out the prices here. So these go for right under $20 a piece.
Ugly.
For the prickly babies, these are the ones that you need to wrap with a towel to get out or cut the sides of the containers.
Craziness.
Let's check out this section here. These go for right under $5, which is fairly reasonable considering we are in Las Vegas. And I mean, it's a hit and miss. I see a lot of plants for sale that are fairly reasonable in both California, where I live, and Las Vegas. I'm picking this one up because it's interesting. I wonder if it's labeled. It just says succulent. To this section right here, around here, Grandma. So we got the assorted babies for $25. You could easily take this apart and then gift it to several people, which is always fun. This goes for $20. Same thing. You could take it apart and gift it to multiple friends. $5 babies. These go for about $8, so this is great to also take apart, divide it up. And I always like looking up because you never know what you're gonna see up here. Also have crown of thorns, one of my favorite euphorbias, and these go for $8. And they do come with different colored blooms, so if you ever shop for them and they don't have blooms, just be aware that they may be either pink or white, or sometimes I even seen red, yellow. Another mixed batch here. The fire sticks. And then we come to the bigger pieces, so these go for $25. The fire sticks here goes for $20. This guy goes for $20, which is fairly reasonable. Still looking for a bigger cactus piece here. And this big crown of thorns goes for $25. As well as this, which I believe is, I think, the lady slippers, I think you guys said. In Arizona, I think they call it the lady slippers, Grandma.
Lady slippers?
Yeah, because you don't see it now, but there's like little like things that look like peaches. Yeah. No, they hang like, and they're about this big. By the way, shout out to my nail guy James. He gave me Halloween chrome yesterday, so I'll be rocking these for 2.5 weeks. And Ebby's being a good girl, hanging out with us. I always like to look at the reduced section because you just never know. You know, it might be struggling here in Las Vegas, and I'll take it back to my place in Santa Monica and save it. Sago palms, half price. They always poke me whenever I do these come with me videos. Grandma, I see some variegated ginger on the other side here. Let's go check it out. The dollar rack is empty. The $3 rack looks kind of sparse. And here's the variegated ginger. I want to know how much this guy is going for. So, going for $13.49, Grandma. On sale. Poor things, they're struggling.
That one more.
$13.49. See, this is not a good plant for Las Vegas. This will not thrive here, but it'll thrive in Santa Monica. This is fairly reasonable. I've seen it for a lot more, like in Arizona. They were going for a lot in Arizona. All right, and then here is our weed, the asparagus fern that I love putting into planters that it's considered a weed. These go for $7. And here, Grandma, here is another Hawaii rubbish plant. Yeah. And then we got more variegated ginger here. If you guys love seeing my grandma and Ebby, all of us three together in this come with me, definitely drop a thumbs up in the video.
I don't see the Japanese fern.
No, Grandma, your Japanese fern was only seen in Hawaii, I believe.
Yeah.
And then here we go, the bird of paradise, which I don't have in my collection because these were wild in Hawaii and they do better in ground, and I have nothing in ground because I'm renting my place.
That's the nicest one.
Right here.
Yeah.
And this goes for $23. All right, Grandma, let's go head on over into the inside section here to see all of the different house plants that they store inside. Quick overview of the outside, but you know, this is like fall right now, so not very much plant season. Hi, honey. You look so cute in your flannel. This is the first time you're wearing a flannel, huh? For fall season. You look so cute. So I want to head onto the inside section here where they keep the house plants. But here's just a quick little overview of what they have. Very quiet here today because the weather is finally chilly. After a long, hard and hot summer in Las Vegas that my grandma missed out on. Alright, let's head on into my other favorite section here of our garden center. Yes, my favorite. And I found some gems in here. So Las Vegas plant scene is pretty well stocked up. There's Grandma and Ebby. Oh, Grandma is distracted by all of the Christmas trees. It's not even Halloween yet, Grandma. Let's come into this section here. By the way, let's check out the planters here. So we got some $9 planters, $15, $40. I mean, the planters get really expensive. I try to not spend more than $20. Different types of things. Dieffenbachia. We got some vines, some calatheas. Very trendy plant right now, the rattlesnake calathea. This goes for $11, which is fairly reasonable for this plant. Grandma, by the way, this is a very trendy house plant nowadays in the plant community. And everybody always asks me why don't I have a croton plant in my collection, but these grow wild in Hawaii. And I don't know, Grandma, if you remember in our church that I grew up in, they used to have a lot of these outside, and I took so many pictures in front of it. I don't know, it makes me like take me back to Hawaii. Like, you know, it's such a nostalgic feeling that, and I see that croton plant, so I don't want it in my collection. It just doesn't, like, I don't know. And here's another one here. This is also another calathea, priced for $11, fairly reasonable. And this is also another trendy houseplant, Grandma. Yep, the calathea. And these they look kind of sad. They need water. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not good. They go for $11. And then here's the Dieffenbachia, so that goes for $11 as well.
That's the famous rubbish plant.
Yes. And then we come into the smaller guys here, and they are going for $3. So fairly reasonable. Here's a variegated peperomia, and this goes for $3 as well. Yes, I have this in my collection, Grandma. This guy right here. So fairly reasonable. And then the hanging plants, they go for $7 a piece, and they got tons of trails here. Very easy to have this in any collection as long as you have it by a window. And then the little umbrella plants here, they go for $3. So I love the prices. But Grandma, take a look at this. 50% off rack. Look at this. This is what happens when you don't water your calathea. A $25 plant, half off. And then here's a fiddle leaf fig here, dying in Las Vegas, priced for $15. Yikes, I don't think so. All right. They look pretty stocked up, huh, Grandma? Here's one of my favorite sansevieras here. These are priced for $7. I think that's very reasonable. You could split this up with a plant friend, gift it to multiple people if you want, and keep some for you. I have this particular guy in my collection, but $7, and I see lots of babies. That's very reasonable. Grandma's looking at the lucky bamboo. This to me looks like a Dracaena. Yep. And these are priced for $3. Yes, so this is a sansevieria, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a starfish, but really, really big, or similar to a starfish. And this is priced for $35, which to me is pretty reasonable because sansevierias get really, really expensive. More Dracaenas here. This Dracaena is priced for $7. This looks like mine's, but you got... I know, it's the bathroom. It's crazy. And here's the polka dot splash plant, and this is priced for $3 as well. $7 for these guys. Here's a Maranta prayer plant. Don't know how much that is, but the fact that they have it here, along with the spider plant for $7, and the arrowhead, that just makes me happy. We come into the different anthuriums, the crotons, the ZZ plant. This is a bromeliad right here. So bromeliads remind me of work in LA because it's everywhere in the lobby. So I don't like bromeliads because they just remind me of work. because they're in my workspace. But here we are. Here's another monstera. Kind of curious to see what it's priced for here. Alright, so this philodendron is priced for $15, which I think is kind of expensive if you ask me. And here is the Peperomia Rosso. Finicky plant as well. This one is priced for $4. That is pretty reasonable. And then the asparagus fern, which is priced for $3. Another weed. And then the Brazilian philodendron. Oh, it's big, Grandma. You'll see it when we get back to Santa Monica in a day and a half. Here's the Brazilian philodendron, priced for $15, which I think is very expensive. And then here's just your typical sansevierias, priced for $13. Fabian stump. This one is priced for $13. We see this a lot in downtown LA for just a couple bucks, so I think this is expensive. Grandma, what are you getting distracted by? What are you looking at? The Fabian stump. We got one for Jenny, remember? In downtown LA. And then this is what is this? A black bean? I don't know. Never heard. And it's priced for $20. And then what is this, Grandma?
Some kind of fern.
Yeah. And this one is priced for $4. This is where I got my heartleaf fern from.
These don't have water.
They're all underwatered then. Here is a rubber plant here. This one is priced for $15.
Mom's on all dropping.
I know, because she's not taking care of it, which is so sad. And then wrapping around here.
Look at this one.
Yes. That reminds me of West Hollywood Nursery. They have a lot of those there. Here's the last section of houseplants here, which, wow, Grandma. Their creeping fig here is dying. This is a creeping fig, if I'm not mistaken. This is also another ficus, and this is what happens when you don't water it. It dies. Look at their creeping fig, Grandma. They didn't water it. It's dead. So sad to see. Also here, look at the maiden hair. Also dying. They're not taking care of their plants. So sad. These are very finicky plants. If you don't take care of it, especially the zebra plant, we know this is also another finicky plant.
Yes.
Yeah, like take a look. They look, again, another plant not watered. Here's another one, not watered. So sad to see. And I think that's gonna wrap up the video. Oh, here is another interesting plant here. The carnivorous plants.
What is it?
A carnivorous plant. I know they look funny, and then the tillandsia is here. So this is just a quick little overview of the inside houseplant section. All right, Grandma, that is going to wrap up today's Come With Me. What do you think about the plant selection that they had?
It's very nice and unique, but some is underwater, but still this should be all well cared for.
Yeah, prices were so-so.
Enough.
I mean, there were some reasonably priced plants and some expensive plants, but definitely interesting to see my neighborhood garden center and what they had in stock at this time of the year. This was the most viewed Come With Me episode in my whole series. Was the last time we came here all together. So I wanted to come back with my grandma because she's only here for the weekend. We go back to Santa Monica tomorrow night, then head to Arizona on Friday. So I wanted to bring her back here to do an updated Come With Me to my local garden center along with Abby, and we are all dressed in flannel. So if anything, give us a thumbs up for coordinating our flannel day here today.
Without knowledge.
Yeah. If you guys enjoy this type of video, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below for Grandma or Abby. And I guess we'll see you guys soon. If we don't film another video here in Las Vegas before we leave tomorrow, we'll definitely see you guys in Santa Monica. And Grandma, by the way, what do you think about all of the plants that you've seen back home in Santa Monica?
Well, they're thriving.
We are matching in flannel along with Abby. Until next time, you can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. Aloha from the Ninth Island. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Come with me. Bye.